Let's talk about the difference between being fit and healthy. They're often two very different things. So one time I went to a fitness convention, really eye-opening thing. I saw a lot of very, very fit people who I would say the majority of them were actually quite unhealthy. A lot of the things that they were doing to become very, quote unquote fit weren't necessarily healthy and were likely shortening their lifespan. And so there is a difference between fit, meaning you're fit for a specific task, or you may look fit for a bikini competition or a weightlifting competition, but your overall body systems aren't necessarily healthy. Sometimes the things that we have to do to become in top performance shape for something isn't necessarily healthy for our body. For example, with elite runners, they actually tend to have some more arthritis than runners that run just moderate amounts or small amounts a week. There tends to be kind of a U-shaped curve in injury risk with high level athletes. So the more high level they get, the more risk of high level injuries they get as well, which makes some sense. But just because you're super fit doesn't always mean that you're super healthy. So NFL players are actually a great example of this. Incredibly fit people, amazing athletes that can do just incredible feats with their body at the same time, tend to have very short lifespans, tend to have a lot of surgeries and injuries. And so just because you're fit, but if you're needing 4 or 5 surgeries a year to be able to stay at that level, probably not a healthy pattern to be in. And so oftentimes when you're scrolling Instagram or YouTube or whatever, and you see people that are very fit, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's healthy and that long term that's a sustainably healthy pattern that you should emulate. So one of the things to think about is this person likely going to still be doing this at 85? If not, it's probably not worth doing now. If you can't imagine yourself doing it at 85, it's probably not worth doing now. Think about sustainable things that you can do for your health that are going to not just make you fit for right now, but will lead to long-term health and wellness. Often, six packs and things like that, what it takes to get a six pack is actually quite unhealthy. And the body fat percentage, especially for women, the body fat percentage required to have a six pack is actually very unhealthy and causes more health problems. Again, there's a U-shaped curve with body mass, where higher body mass on that U-shaped curve, right? So on this side is going to be higher risk to your health. But also on this side, lower body mass is going to be a high risk to your health. And the sweet spot is between about a 21 and a 25 BMI. So if you go on an online calculator and calculate out your BMI, and you're kind of nesting in between that 21 and like 25 to 27, you're probably doing just fine. If you're above that, we probably have some work to do. And if you're below that 21, it's something to think about that it may not be additional benefit to your health to be below that. And you may want to consider adding lean muscle and making sure that you're eating enough to fuel your body to stay healthy in the long term. So just be careful when you see things that are about fitness and weigh them against, is this really a healthy thing to do? Or does it just help me to get six-pack abs, but is actually impacting my health in the long run and shortening my lifespan and health span?